guys, welcome back to the RC store. My name's Ammo. Check out what we got on the desk today. This is the brand new Traxxas RS200 Mini VXL. Now in the last video we took this on its first run. We did a bit of a GPS speed run on 2S and we took it for a bit of a tarmac hoon. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link just up here in the corner. Be sure to check it out. Also on the channel there is an unboxing video of this in depth along with comparisons directly against the Mini Max and a couple of other rally cars as well. It gives you a true indication of the size of this actual car. Now I want to give a huge shout out to Appliance Electronics, always coming across with some fantastic customer service. If you want to pick one of these up or you want to pick up any other RC vehicle or anything related to RCs, be sure to check out the link in the description, also the website scrolling across the bottom here, which is www.applianceelectronics.co.uk. Like I said, top service time and time again. Now today, we're going to take this car for a bit of a blast. We're actually going to take it on a gravel course. The weather ain't looking the greatest, about 3 degrees centigrade out there. It is a bit damp, wet and horrible and miserable to be fair. But we're going to lighten up our day by taking this out for a proper gravel hoon. There will be a few light jumps and a lot of hooning. Let's see what this thing can do. So without further ado, let's get into this. So we're here on location with our Traxxas RS200 rally car. Now I have brought it out to this gravel track. I think this track would be absolutely perfect for it. It is a bit wet today. However, the sun is out and I thought I'd seize the opportunity to run this around this track. We're not going to get any dust clouds or anything like that. So no roosters today, unfortunately. But we will see how incredible this handles on gravel. And that's the main purpose of this video. So without further ado, let's get into some true rally inspired action. All right, taking it off nice and slow. Now these cars are incredibly smooth. Right, I'm just going to get a feel for it. Right. Okay. Right, here we go. So bringing it with a send. Oh yes. Now this is a light car, but what I will say, it is slightly bigger than the Mojave Grom, being a 10th scale. And when I say in comparison to that, the only reason I'm saying that is because a lot of people will compare this to something like that being a Mini. But it does shoot. It does shoot. It is a bit whirly and obviously it's a small scale vehicle and I'm absolutely giving it death on this. Whoa! Ouch, first tumble, and she's all good. She's all good. Right, shoot back up. You have to remember this has got small wheels being a 10th scale. And when I come out rallying, I'm used to 8th scale cars. So, yeah, they don't grip as well round bends, they do traction roll. However, so far, I'm quite impressed. Right, let's see how well it comes across the berm. Yes, handles that well. Now to be fair, I wasn't expecting it to do half as good as it is, to be fair, on this track. But yes, it does quite well. And now this track is worn a little. For example, I'll just show you here. You can see all the gravel's disappeared and it's gone down to pure tarmac. So I think this actual track does need a bit of a service, is the only way to put it. However, coming around the berms, whoa! Right, we do have a few jumps here. Let's see how it does through these. So coming through some of these jumps, oh, nose planted that, didn't like it that way. Let's try it on the way back. Oh, nose planted again. It did not like them jumps whatsoever. Right, it might be because I'm going too fast. Let's see if I take it a bit slower. No, similar issue going slow as well. It shows it's not really liking the jumps that well. But in terms of a hooner, I think it's bang on. It's a weird car in that respect, because I really thought it was going to do a lot better here, because watching it on tarmac, it was absolutely incredible. So I thought it'd jump a lot better, but unfortunately it didn't. Right, let's try some wet gravel. Now here the gravel is a bit wet. We'll give it a bit of a hoon here. Now I'm not going to go through puddles of water on purpose, but just enough to see what it handles like. And yes, perfect on this ground. Splashing away. Oh yes. Now that's what it's about. It loves drifting around. But let's see how much of a difference it makes going straight onto tarmac. Now for me, I really enjoyed this car in the last video running on tarmac. In my eyes, it's a tarmac hooning rally car. So let's give it a blast here. Yes, look at that. Straight comparison for you. Going from wet gravel to damp tarmac. And this is where it's at for this car. Yes. 110%. No shadow of a doubt. Yes, it's a nice looking car, like I said. And it is a rally car. But in my eyes, this is where it belongs. On tarmac, as a tarmac hooner or a tarmac rally car. It just performs so good on here. Well, you guys seen it yourself as a direct comparison. To get into some tarmac hooning, look at that go. You can control it perfectly, power on and off the throttle, feather it round, figure of eights, no problem. Look at that. Like I said, figure of eights, no problem. So controllable. And then when you want to, you can get a bit naughty and do some Scandinavian flicks, like so. That's what I'm talking about. What a rig. Just went through a nutmeg there. Yes, this is where it's at for me with this. Absolutely amazing. Like I said, for me, this car, it performs its best on tarmac, 110%. Now don't get me wrong, gravel's fantastic, it's great fun. And to be fair, it's probably better when the gravel's dry. But in these conditions, definitely tarmac is the way forward with this car. It's just so much fun. Look at that. And the gyro works so well, pulls itself straight. The Traxxas RS200. Now, I do have to address some issues with this, to be fair. Like I said, I'm quite transparent on the channel. Now, if this is a car that you want to hoon around on gravel, well, I can't really say dry gravel because it's quite damp here and I won't get dry gravel probably till summer. But on the conditions that we had today, which was damp gravel, it didn't hook up the greatest, to be fair. It handled well, but when it came to jumping, etc., I think the shocks let it down a little. It nosedived, as you've seen, and I don't think it was as great as it could have been. And that's my honest opinion. That's just me saying on gravel off-road. Don't get me wrong, maybe on the super track, where you give it full-on sends, it might have enough time to glide through the air and correct itself so it doesn't nosedive and you've got some wheel speed behind it and it may land perfect. But in those conditions, as you guys seen, I think it was more favourable on tarmac. Now, the weather here in the UK is cold, it's damp. It was literally icy this morning, so that cleared off. I did wait for the temperature to rise a bit. It was about 3 degrees centigrade approximately, and it was a cold one, and it was very damp. And now for hooning on tarmac, this thing was incredible. I'll be honest with you, this outshined the Mojave Grom when it came to hooning on tarmac. So here we have the Mojave Grom. As you can see, size comparison, the Grom is a lot smaller. And the issue with the Grom, you find when you're hooning, don't get me wrong, it's a great hooner, but the issue with it is it topples hell of a lot when it grips traction. Now that's the downside about the Grom, but it is a very fast car. So reverting back to the RS200, I think the wheelbase is perfect for hooning, exceptionally well when it comes to drifting, etc. Controllability, fantastic. Literally, you turn that wheel, it will turn, pinpoint whatever you want it to do. Figure of eights, go round in a drift. You want to do Scandinavian flips, it will do absolutely everything in that respect on tarmac. Absolutely incredible. Really, really enjoyed driving this car, to be fair, on tarmac. Just driving it off-road, I think my expectations were a bit too high. Because I drove it on tarmac, on the previous video, it handled that well, I thought it was going to be incredible on off-road on that little track, but unfortunately it wasn't. Now them bumps weren't too high, to be fair. They were only like a couple of inches. That track has been worn down quite badly. Kids have been riding motorbikes, etc. on there and ruined the track. But for them jumps, they were only like a couple of inches off the ground, and it didn't like them, being quite honest. It nosedived hell of a lot. The car itself is fine. As you can see, no scrapes, no bumps, etc. underneath. Fantastic little car. And if you're planning on getting one, my personal advice would be, think about where you want to run it. Do you want to trash this body and run it off-road? Or do you actually want to use it as a tarmac rally car and just have some pure epic fun where this car actually shines? I'll let you guys make your mind up. But if you want to pick one of these up, be sure to check out the link in the description. Also, the website scrolling across the bottom here, which is www.applianceelectronics.co.uk. They will give you some fantastic customer service, loads of cars in stock, spares, parts, and optional extras. Be sure to check them out. Now, if you've enjoyed this content, guys, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that notification button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.